So what I'm gonna
Oh, Sydney, yeah.
the Australian. One I'm off opening tonight, one night.
It'd be far more high rise than every day.
Can you turn around and look? It's the New York Times. Come on, 1, 2,
Oh, sorry.
You're alright.
Oh, we did poo.
Yeah, right here, it's right here, the table there. Look at the crumbs, isn't it? It is
Yeah.
Hold your glasses up.
Would you please take a seat, and we'll be taking your lunch orders. You look at the menus and please choose and please take a seat. Thank you very much. Dad's there, Mum's there.
You guys doing a big hop,
Dad's there, Mum's
You guys doing a big hop,
Last Friday.
this way. Good stuff.
Right, this is great. I'll give you a video. Wonderful, they're really nice actually. Yeah, fantastic. How long are you staying up for? Oh, no. It's quite a while, isn't it?
Your 70th birthday. At least we've got to be 80th.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
I think so.
Can you hear me? Oh, good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Brian Rainger Big Birthday Bash. Are you having a good time? Have you had enough to drink yet? No. My name is Brian Martin, and I'm going to be the MC for this afternoon. And Brian and I have been friends for 54 years, so we've got a lot of memories together, and I'm going to share some of those memories with you as we go through the proceedings.
Be careful.
We should really call ourselves pals of Brian, because as you know, Brian's signature is Hi Pal. Some men are born to greatness and others have it thrust upon them, and that is the case of our birthday boy here today. Some of us have gathered here to toast Caesar, and some of us have come here to roast Caesar. And so I'm going to invite you a little later on in the proceedings to, if you've got any memories or good stories that you'd like to share about our birthday boy, I'm sure it will be fun and also interesting to listen to your memories of Brian. We know Brian as a very outward-going, high, energetic, smart guy, but the truth is about Brian, as I did some research before coming here today, was that in his early childhood, Brian was a slow learner. And one of his teachers wrote on one of his school reports that it's noticeable that Brian, during the summer months, when he doesn't wear any shoes, skills in arithmetic go up and he can count to 10. But at 14 3/4, all that changed. Brian was seduced by an older woman and he became a very quick learner. So much so that fathers feared the name Brian Rainger if their daughters mentioned it in the house. And there was an incident on Piha Beach on one occasion where a very large, famous New Zealand rugby player came over to Brian, and he was a big gentleman, and he told Brian in no uncertain terms, "Keep away from my daughter." Now, whether Brian did or didn't, that I don't know. He's dead now, is he? Do any of you remember when Brian went through his Hawaiian period?
Oh, yes.
So, Aloha. You remember Mr. Aloha. And yeah, it was really kind of interesting. I think there must be something that runs through the Rainger DNA, because as you notice, our band have all got Hawaiian shirts on, which Brian kindly bought for them, as he wanted to have an environment of Hawaiian. And the other interesting thing was, a couple of days ago when Shay arrived, his mum said to him, "What are you going to wear for Dad's birthday?" And Shay said, "Oh, I don't know." And Brian said, "Well, go and have a look in my wardrobe. There's plenty to choose from." And what did he choose? A Hawaiian shirt, which Brian quickly told him belonged to members of the band, so you can't wear that. I think it was during this time, this Hawaiian period of Aloha, that Brian started to develop the Hi Pal scenario in which he greets us. And he got a tip from Frank Sinatra, who in the movie Pal Joey got very pally with Kim Novak and Rita Hayworth. And Brian thought this could be a good strategy, and he's been using it ever since. Of course, to some people, Brian was a sex god. And there was a very, very famous gay musician who, when he saw Brian in his white tennis gear, looking young and immaculate, his knees went weak. He said, "Oh my God, it's a movie star," and he fainted. So Brian has always remembered his roots, and I noticed that he's visited 2 or 3 of them. I was talking to Louise the other night, and I said to her, "Is it all right if I, be a little bit risque with Brian and sort of share some truth?" "Oh, not at all," she said. "I've known him for 41 years, and she said, I know everything about him." So I thought about that, I slept on it, and when I woke up the morning, I thought maybe I should share with you Brian's best kept secret. Now, there's only, to my knowledge, one other person apart from Brian and I, and he's looking worried, as you can see, because the truth is going to be revealed now. But as you know, Owen Rainger, Brian's dad, he was in the textile business, and he used to go to Japan in the 40s and the 50s, and then, in the 30s and the 40s, and then 50s, 60s, 70s, Brian went to Japan. And there was one occasion where he went to Japan for 3 months. Now, he was supposed to be there to learn about dyeing and weaving and spinning, but Brian was engaged not in those activities, but in some other activities. And for 3 months, he was working as a doorman down on Tokyo's Ginza. Has anybody ever been to Tokyo Ginza? I mean, this is the place where all the nightclubs are. And Brian was working as the doorman in one of the most famous clubs. It was called the Plenty Nookie Geisha House. Now, the point is that I want to share with you, Brian professes to speak Japanese. Ladies and gentlemen, let me assure you, this is all bullshit. Because he only knows 2 words of Japanese, or 3, aistimasu, which means I love you. And I know for a fact that he learnt these words down at the Plenty Nookie Geisha House. And there was probably a bit of Plenty Nookie going on. I was sitting on the balcony 2 nights ago, and I guess you know the TV series Boston Legal. And always at the end of that show, there's 2 lawyers, Denny Cray and Alan, and they sit there and they kind of reminisce as men do, talking about their sexual prowess or ladies or the kinds of things that guys do when they're together. And we were talking, and Brian said to me, he said, of all my relatives, I still like sex the best. And in the next breath he said, thank God I got a memory. And I notice that's fading pretty quickly. If I may just change the tone and tenure a bit, I'd like to talk about my wonderful mate here of 54 years. He is an amazing guy. He's very shy, actually, believe it or not. He's a very caring, and he's a very loving man. And he's done a lot of good things for people over the years. And one of the life-defining events he did for me was to introduce me to a Japanese gentleman. And some of you in this room will know that Japanese gentleman. His name was Koichiro Omiya. And I met him at Pihar at Brian's house, where my job was digging the log and drop, by the way. And when I saw this Japanese guy, I hated him. I was 19 years of age, and I hated him because my dad had been fighting the Japanese in World War II. But I really loved that man. He was like a father to me. He taught me so many things, and I'm very eternally grateful for Brian introducing Koichiro to me. The wonderful thing about Brian Rainger is that he is an amazing, great and loyal friend. His family and his friends are his most important asset, and it's you, his friends, who've made the effort to come here today that really are a part of what makes Brian what he is. because I think that our friends that we have in life have a positive and sometimes negative influence. But he owes a lot to his buddies and the gifts that you've given him. As I've aged a bit myself, I've noticed that longevity in relationships is very helpful. You know, longevity comes through good relationships. And he has a great partnership with his wife Louise, and they are a great team together. So thank you, Louise. He loves his family, his children, his grandchildren, and Brian over the years in his life has been called many names, but there are two names that he's particularly proud of and are the best names he's ever been called, and that's Dad and Granddad. And so, without any more ado, I'd like to introduce my pal, Mr. High Pal.
They're all lives. Well, aloha, and welcome to the, I was going to say the Copacabana Club. Oh, hello. Hello. Now, a warm welcome to everybody down there, everywhere. Oh, and thank you all for coming. Hello. Okay. Now, I had a hell of a night last night, by the way, because I went to bed at 79 and woke up, I was 80. Now I'm worried about how the hell I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning. I'll be a bit older. I would like to thank all my friends that are here today, and some of them come from Sydney, New Zealand, London, Israel. The plane hasn't got in yet, by the way. Tokyo and Beijing. And I'd like to also say a big hello to Paula down there, and Paula Stafford, who is now an icon and even a legend in this lovely Gold Coast, because she discovered the bikini and or made the name of bikini, making beautiful swimsuits there. And I stayed with her and her husband Beverly in 1956 on her deck. There was no room inside, by the way, because she had all the machines downstairs making swimwear. And I had a wonderful time learning how to swim and all the other things that were going on down there. And I ended up putting my tent on the deck and stayed there for a few weeks before I don't know what happened. I'd like to thank and give a big kiss to my darling wife, Louise, down there, my son. He's spent me 41 years, and we've never had a row, by the way. Interesting thing that when I was overseas in America doing some buying, when I came back there was this long, beautiful black-haired lady, olive skin downstairs, and she was a sample girl. And somehow or other I sort of got wrapped up with the samples and sampled them. And I think I'm still sampling it actually, but that's another story. Also, just there's so many people here. I can keep on talking, but I'm going to stop shortly because the meals are going to arrive. I'd like to say hi also to some of the elderly here that are over 90. Ethel Rusden, Cyril Norseman, who I've known since 1948, when I went down and sold him pleated skirts. If Cyril can remember the pleated skirts, which were big fashion then. I noticed none of you girls are wearing pleated skirts today, but that was a big fashion. And I even knew, unfortunately, still in the plane, Everglades. But anyway, those are another story. And also to Ethel, I'd just like to say, had a wonderful time in Vila, New Hebrides, sailing up around the Solomon Islands and Tikopia, Anuda, and they hadn't heard of Braziers then, by the way. That's another story. But yeah, the islands are basically still the same. just to sign off, I'd like to just say that we'll introduce the band wherever they are. The band over here, if we could give a little bit of a thing. We've got Stan Kenton there, and who else have we got down here? We've got on the drums, Shelley Mann, Oscar Peterson on piano, Wayne Brown on bass, James Morrison on the trumpet, and coming in shortly is Hoagie Carmichael, Gene Trooper. So it's going to be a good day. Anyway, thanks. You got something my way? Yeah. I think it's going to
We're going to do that. You're going to see it?
I've got the words.
There's Frank Sinatra singing, by the way. I wish.
Well done, Brian.
Okay.
Big
Well,
hand
I wasn't
Brian.
expecting that, by the way. Thank you. I wasn't expecting that, by the way.
No extra for that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, where am I going to? I'll put that here.
You hold our breath wherever you're going. I know Like the sun, all the world can clearly see. You're the old romance, living up to every promise. I'm glad that I'm the one who found you. That's why I'm always around you.
I mean, on the rain and the cold, Auckland, on a day like this, it's always worth the trip.
I'm glad that I'm the one who found you. That's why I'm always. The situation is so heavenly, a fairy land where no one else could enter.
Give me a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have an announcement to make. Since the revelation of Brian's language ability, at this gathering there's been a, what can I say, he's been sort of, I can't come up with the words for this, but anyhow he's found two other beautiful women who are going to teach him Chinese and Russian. So ladies, please. Can you get the camera on this? This is a mode. Okay. And the interesting thing, ladies and gentlemen, he only wants to learn 3 words. I love you.
China, по-русски, Russia.
Did you say it, girls? Did you say it?
Wayne, I love you.
Я тебя люблю.
Oh, well done, ladies. Give the ladies a hand. And a big hand for our birthday boy. Thank you very much, ladies. Cardi gets a good looking one, doesn't he? Lucky old bugger.
Look, I'm sorry. It's Brian, I did.
Leave the chance on. Thank you.
Thank you, girls. Lovely. Thank you.
That was a bit of a surprise.
What's his name? Ladies and gentlemen, while there's a respite in the meals, if any of you have got a story or a message that you might like to recount for all of our knowledge about Brian, it would be appreciative. So here is some. Give us a hand on some of their hands. Let's hear it for Shay. Thank you. There you go. Dear old Dad. There, Dad, stand next to your boy.
Hello? Can you all hear me? I'd first of all like to thank everybody for coming out and celebrate the old man's 80th birthday. He's done a lot this time. I think the last time he had a band in his party, no, I'm not called him fire. I'd just like to all raise our glasses. Are they all full? To Brian, we wish you another 20 odd years. We love you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brian. Happy birthday to you.
Hip hip hooray!
Hip hooray! Hip
Hooray!
I'm overwhelmed.
Wait 25. Legal.
Well,
Make it 50.
by the way, we have to vacate this place by 8 o'clock tonight. That's one sad story. The other one is, you going to bring your sleeping bags here? No dancing on the tables. Did you hear that down there? No dancing on the tables this afternoon. And, lucky up, we're okay. No swinging on the chandeliers. So if we've got those, I can control the flight. Now we've got a suite coming, then we've got more booze, then we've got another suite coming, we've got more booze. And then the band. Hi everybody in there. If you don't feel as though you should move forward a bit and everything, but we've got a dance floor here, and we'd love you to get up and dance, because if you don't dance, you don't get the blood into your system, and you live a lot longer if you dance. And I'm going to dance every night. You know, have you got a song like Dancing with the Stars, or Dancing with the Moon, or How High the Moon by Stan Kenton? That'll be good. Or what about One for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Now let's go, go, go. I'll get out of here.
1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Now go, go, go. Yeah, my best with you. You can do anything but lay off my blue suede shoes. Take time to not undo. Honey, they are. Don't you stand on my little suede shoe. You can do anything but lay off my little suede shoe. Yeah.
Anybody want to dance, ladies and gentlemen?
Softer now, yeah. Blue sweat shoes, blue sweat shoes, blue sweat shoes on, blue sweat shoes, everything they are my blue sweat shoes. Let's go down, blue sweat shoes, yes. Blue sweat shoes, yes. Blue sweat shoes, blue sweat shoes. Well, you can do anything but lay out my blue suede shoes. One, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around 4 o'clock till I get to that drags on. Join the humble, have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Rock, rock, rock till the broad daylight. Rock, gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 2, 3 and 4, and the band goes down on the open one. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Rock, rock, rock till the broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We'll be right in 7th and we'll rock round the clock tonight. Rock, rock, rock till the broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 8, 9, 10, 11, 2, we'll be going strong and so will you. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Rock, rock, rock till the broad daylight. Rock, gonna rock around the clock tonight. All together, one at a time. When I was a little bitty baby, my mama would rock me in the grave. In the cotton fields back home. When I was a little bitty baby, my mama would rock me in the grave. In the old cotton fields back home. Now when the what you come here for. From the old cotton fields back home, when it was down in Arkansas, when the people asked her what you come here for. From the old cotton fields back home. Now when those cotton fields get rough, you can't very much come down.
You're doing all idea, boy.
Night and day, you are the one. Only you could make whether near to me or far, it's no matter where you are, I think of you. Night and day, day and night, so in the morning, and day under the heart of me, there's a closer giant in the good
Ladies and gentlemen, would you mind if you all sat down for a minute so they could take the dessert orders? And there's one gentleman who had a story to tell. He's disappeared. No, there he is. He's over here. He's got a story he wanted to tell.
Not really. Not really a story. Just
So if you could we'll just take the dessert order, and then we've got something to do from the New Zealand government.
Well, it's not really a story, it's just about Brian over there. I've only known Brian probably for, 10 years, and we've done a few property deals together. And I don't know how he does it. Either someone's lied about his age of birth or something, because, God, he doesn't look 80, does he? No? I would like to know what his actually really, what his secret is. What's your secret? Actually, I believe, I don't think he's taking any pills, are you, Brian? Not yet. And I don't think he's even taking that little blue pill yet. Look at his grin on her face. Is that right? I mean, because I think he could even do better than Hugh Hefner actually, the way he's going, eh? So you look at him. Man of energy. Anyway, all I'd like to say, look, you're a great guy and congratulations, because you know, you look at not an age over 70 years old, let alone 80, but 60, eh? So all I can say is, Brian, keep on keeping it up.
You just take the dessert orders, please, if you've got your order ready. Asian Affairs for the New Zealand government, and I had a meeting on Friday in Auckland. There is the South Pacific Forum going on, and I met the Chief Executive of the Foreign Ministry and the Foreign Minister, and we had hoped that we could have given Brian an award today for his services to foreign affairs. And they were in fact going to bestow on him the Order of the Poker. But unfortunately, because of the busy schedule of the Minister, the CEO, and it did need the Prime Minister's sign-off, we couldn't get it done. But what I was able to do, and I do have a good relationship with the Prime Minister, because I was one of the APEC members for New Zealand at the Leaders Summit last November. And John Keys kindly pushed this through for me, and he gave it his blessings. And it's an award for Louise Rainger. Louise has been awarded the PUWB award, and if Louise Rainger would come up, please. So give her a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. Louise, on behalf of the Government of New Zealand, I give you this award, the PUWB award, the Putting Up with Brian. So congratulations, and long way at last. God bless you. Give a big hand, ladies. Oh, I think I've got the wrong thing. It says sex built this beautiful body. Sex built this beautiful body, the Sexy Body Award, and when you've got it, flaunt it. Your body is the greatest asset to show us your stuff. You're worth your weight in gold. God bless you. Thank you. Give her a big hand, ladies. And that just about does me. I can have a drink now.
Thank you everybody for coming along today. It's been wonderful, and I think Brian's enjoyed it.
I've got 2 new language instructors.
And thank you. It's been hard work, I will tell you.
The best is yet to come. Any others? Come on. This gentleman here, Virgo baby. Any others on this table? Okay, we've got one other birthday today, and it's Keith's birthday. So what about a big happy birthday to Keith here? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Keith. Happy birthday to you. Yes. Hey, we've got another baby tomorrow, 92 years of age, Mr. Allen. This is probably great because it's my son's birthday tomorrow also. He's in Canada.
Is this Southport?
Beautiful, beautiful. How old are you? No, sorry. What day was your birthday? I beg your pardon. It's the worst way to borrow a man from me. Okay, when is your birthday? On the 4th. Thank you, Kay. Happy birthday for the 4th. Ryan tells me confidentially you're only 42.
And she looks like
She does, she does. Now we've got a gentleman over here, I think he's another 50-year friendship like myself, and he'd like to say a few words. Sir, would you like to come up? Another gentleman with 50 years plus friendship with Brian. So hopefully he's going to tell us a story. Lips are sealed, don't worry.
First of all, I've got to say I have two diseases. Alzheimer's and I forget the other one. Brian and I went to school together. Sit down there, Brian. We both went to a very harsh boarding school in Auckland, and it was tough times, and I had to go a step at a time, Brian. And next door there was a girls' boarding school. This is true. And now, first of all, I've got to tell you, I can't hold that thing because
Hold it to the map.
because Brian, one thing I like about Brian, he's a professional liar. So he'll deny this, but in actual fact, he said to me, he was a prefect at the school, and I was also a prefect. We were what, 17, 18, and he said, look, I got hots on this girl next door, and I said, Brian, I'll cover for you. And he said, okay. He said, if I slip across and spend the night there, not a problem, Brian, not a problem. So he did that. Next day at assembly, headmaster, I said, no, Brian is sick, sir. It's okay. The third day, I got a bit worried. I never did find out what you did the other 2 days, Brian. But that's okay. We were very good friends. Later on, I forget, I was in the legal business, and I don't know what Brian was doing, rag trade or something, I don't know. And Brian came and said, look, I really love this girl. I don't know how to, I want to marry her, but I haven't got the courage. I said, Brian, you always were a devout coward. I was a devout Christian, he was a devout coward. Anyway, he said, I said, look, Brian, my legal mind tells me that what you've got to do is to grasp the nettle, make the decision, go for it. Well, I do, he said. I said, look, Brian, pick up the phone, ring her up and say, darling, I love you, will you marry me? Is that too difficult? He said, no. I said, okay. He paced up and down for hours. I said, Brian, procrastination, he invented the word. And so he picked up the phone and eventually said, darling, will you marry me? And she said, yes, who is it? I told before, Brian, you've got to get these numbers right. Girl's name, Louise, oh. Time went on. We were grateful for this. Time went on. And Vietnam War, I can't tell you Vietnam War. What?
The Korean War.
Later on, it did happen. As true as I know, no bullshit. This is fact. Brian and I were in America, and Brian's big in the rag trade, and I'm big in the legal profession, and we happened to be about 10 years. Anyway, Bill Clinton was in office, and Bill Clinton actually ragged Brian. That's when twice. I thought, he's bringing you? He said, yep, exactly. And he said, look, I've got this problem. And Brian said, yeah, no, we all have this problem.
And he told the problem, we all know about Bill Clinton. I didn't hear two sides of the conversation. Virtually, all I heard at the end was, well, Brian said, well, for Christ's sake, how many suckers have you got? Anyway. You gave him good advice in the end, didn't you? I've known Brian, what, 55, 65 years? You've got to be. How old are you? You're a bloody liar, you're 80. I'm 81. See? He's as a kid. Anyway, Brian, all I want to say is this. Of all the people I know, you've been the biggest. No.
I can vouch for that.
What, I am the biggest or I am?
You little girl. Anyway, no, Brian, all I can say is it's a great pleasure to be here. I look around here and I say to myself, why is it that a bum like you has so many good friends? It's amazing. Look at this. You're just, to be here to celebrate Brian's 80th birthday. By the way, I spoke to the doctor and the roommate doctor. And the 80th birthday, I think, is absolutely marvellous. What a wonderful, wonderful place to have this venue. All I can say is, Brian, I know. Don't tell him what we said earlier. Anyway, Brian, all I can say is, man, you're the greatest, and everybody here, they wouldn't be here if they didn't think the same about you as I do. Don't believe a word he says.
I wish it was as good as what he said.
We'll now have the cutting of the illustrious birthday cake. It's hard to imagine that 80 years ago this planet was blessed by the arrival of this young man here. This is the Piha Rock here. It's so famous in Brian's life. And so Brian, would you like to come forward? And be careful not to stab the rock into whatever.
By the way, unfortunately, one of my parties, I burnt the line right down. Because Tommy Do, who was a famous Chinese man, walking his crackers in Canton, which is now from Dong, whatever it is. Or Ding Dong, whatever it is. And quite up. And that's Canton.
Oh, he's moving that way. It's like that.
The surfboards on this thing, there's sort of all sorts of nude women here and what have you, and around here there's, what you done there? Flax, there's flax. This is kiwi land, by the way. And what's the name? Tutus? Anyone know tutus? Hands up anyone here who knows the word Tori Roa. Tori Roa? Look at that. It's a foreign language. It's a completely foreign language. It's a shellfish that's just delicious. And I'm just going to now, for better words, dab the cup. Right. I won't look. Oh, make a wish. The door come back next year. Done.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. And so say all of us. So say all of us. So say all of us. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip.
There it is. take it easy with that. I don't know what happens from now on.